in Mexico, second day at the resort. We just finished getting ready and we're about to grab breakfast, so these are the fits. Look at this water. It looks fake, right? I'm obsessed. Wait, what was that? Did you hear? Oh my god, keep going! What is happening? Just move! We're running back to the lobby. I don't know. Go, go, go!
Shalom, Jake, shalom. Romans 13, verse 2. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. Now, we know a lot of these drug dealers, these people that's selling drugs, that's being whoremongers, doing all type of craziness, evil things. Hey, they resisting the Most High. You see, they don't want to follow the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Romans 13, verse 3, for rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. But thou then not be afraid of the power, do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of Yahweh to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of Yahweh, of revenger, to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. And hey, what do the cartel do? They do all type of wicked and evil stuff. So hey, even though we know that allegedly Trump and all them other people, even down there, the politicians, the police, all of them was allegedly involved in El Mencio, getting destroyed. We know it ultimately is the judgment of the Most High. All right, so yeah, let's go and get into this. Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawashah, Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawashah, Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawashah. Call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah Bashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Shalom and salutations to those that teach the likewise doctrine. Shalom to the Akim and the Aquab. Shalom to the scattered Israelites across the four corners of the planet. May the Most High and the Son be with you during these trying times. So I want you to check out this video, and I'm going to get some reports, and I'm going to show you a few things. This is fair use, fair use.
He was a very feared individual. He had a lot of people under him, and now they've been out raising absolute chaos in the streets of Mexico, and it is out of control. I'm hearing reports that over 100 National Guard might have been killed, hundreds of police officers might have been wounded, Marines have been killed. It's out of control, and they're literally still tearing the city and country apart over what happened to El Mencho. So I'm going to show you a whole bunch of things that have been going on and some clips, and you're going to see just how out of control this thing is with the cartels. I feel like these guys are not to be played with, okay? So basically, widespread chaos has been going on all over Mexico. You might have seen this video going around. Okay, this one's pretty crazy. This is basically a video of cartel members pulling up, taking over a gas station and setting it on fire. Now, fortunately, it looks like they didn't actually harm anybody or shoot anybody. They seem to actually let these people go that were at the gas station. They actually wave them off and say, all right, just get out of here, just go, just get out of here. And then they basically pour gasoline all over the ground. They just spray gas everywhere, and pretty bravely, to be honest. I'm surprised they didn't end up setting themselves on fire. They just set the gas station alight. So they are completely just destroying the city and the country. And the guy in the car was very compliant. I should leave. Okay, I'll stay. I'll get out. Let's talk. I'll stay in the car. Okay, I'll leave. Thanks. Good luck. They're giving mixed messages to the person in the car. I'm also impressed they didn't set themselves on fire. I thought that was coming. There's just been absolute chaos in the city. Okay, it has been out of control. Basically, they're burning the city down as a whole. It's not. They don't have a vendetta against the gas station or anything like that. And there's a bunch going on. Okay, this looks like a convenience store that's been set on fire. This is crazy. They're literally causing havoc to regular citizens. So they're lighting supermarkets on fire. Okay, They're burning cars down. Apparently, there's rumors that they are killing civilians, but I haven't seen that personally. It does say that they've threatened to kidnap any American tourists they catch and kill them. That's because, basically, as a retaliation, because the Americans allegedly supported this operation. They're shooting into the air. I don't know if they're shooting at planes and helicopters, but it is just out of control completely.
And we're going to hold it right there. Now, I looked up this guy's name and the meaning of it. Because remember, Pastor Hall said you need to, check the etymology of words, the meanings, going to the Greek and the Hebrew. Check out what this guy's name means. Now, this guy's first name is Nemesio. Now, look at this. It's a historical religion associated with 3rd century Saint Nemesius, often appearing in ecclesiastical texts. Cultural, used in Spanish-speaking regions to reflect a desire for justice or as a cultural homage. But this is what I want you to see. It says, synonyms and related terms, meaning justice, vengeance, retribution, righteous anger. This is what the name Nemesio go into, because his name is Nemesio Asagara Cervantes. You see? And it also goes into, let's say, nemesis is a masculine Spanish name of Greek origin derived from nemesis, meaning vengeance, righteous anger, or just. It signifies one who administers divine retribution, justice, and fairness. You see, now I'm not saying that he's fair, but we know the Most High he's having righteous anger, and we know what he's going to do to Dr. E. Now the reports are coming out now. Let me show you. And we know the Most High is going to have righteous anger against Esau, Edom, and these heathens. Now we know that a lot of these Mexicans, a lot of them go back to Issachar. All right. Now, the Most High, he could use what he want to, whoever he want to use for righteous anger. And see, allegedly, like he was saying, over 100 National Guardmen and their forces have been unalived. Now that remains to be seen, but we know they're down there fighting, and allegedly a lot of these different cartels are joining forces against these governments, and they say they want the gringos and the Canadians. Now listen to this. It say leaked cartel messages threaten to target civilians, hotels, and anyone on the streets. What we know about the CJNG warnings. So if anyone outside, they catch any gringos, they're going at them. And it's not the only place. They gonna start going at the Dr. E in all these Latin American countries because of how they feel about Trump. You see? So this thing is intensifying real quick. They say within hours of Omencho's death, messages began circulating on Mexican social media attributed to the CJNG. According to Mexican security expert Ed Calderon, the messages threaten escalated violence targeting civilians, hotels, and anyone on the streets unless those responsible for El Mencho's killing are handed over. And hey, don't be surprised. You know how they get down there. You know, that money go a long way down there in Mexico. Don't be surprised if you hear you start seeing people hung from bridges, hung from poles. Okay, people homes set on fire, retaliation against politicians. You know, they get real bugged out. And a lot of them are also linked to the CIA, because we know the CIA the ones who intensified these drug wars. They say the violence was real. They say whether or not the specific messages are authentic, the CNG's actions speak clearly. 252 roadblocks, burned stores, execution-style killings, prison riots, and coordinated attacks across 20 states. They say the cartel demonstrated it can paralyze large portions of the country within hours. You see? So yeah, man. And his name goes in the righteous anger. So, hey, we know the Most High is angry at the wicked every day. Yeah, now listen to this. What this means for tourists and residents. Now, hey, this is going to cost not only billions of dollars, this may end up costing thousands of lives. Now, listen to this. If the threats to target hotels and tours are credible, the implications for Mexico tourism industry and for millions of Americans traveling during spring break season are severe. And remember, these devils, they get ready to have that spring break season. All right. They get ready to go act a fool. Now, say Puerto Vallarta alone hosts 1 million American visitors annually. All that's going to be put on pause. You see? That's going to be put on pause. And now they got the shelter-in-place advisory covering multiple tourist-heavy states. You see? Until the security situation stabilizes, travelers should treat the warning seriously and monitor official channels for updates. Now, we know that because of all the stuff going on, hey, they may start kidnapping Americans. All right? Because they don't like these gringos. Let's keep going. It says Canada issues Mexico travel warning as flights canceled and thousands are stranded. So see, these people, they think they get ready to go down and when I used to work on the border, you had what was called winter Texans and winter Canadians. They were during the winter time and up north, like the northern states and Canada, they would go down to Mexico because they had homes in Mexico, man. These people, these cartels, they're going to start targeting these people. You see that? It say Canada is advising travelers to exercise a high degree of caution and avoid travel to Mexico amid civil unrest. You see? And hey, this make me think of second address. Okay? It say amid warnings of escalating violence in Mexico, airlines are canceling flights as thousands of Canadians remain stranded amid shelter-in-place orders and ongoing cartel clashes. You see that? So this is where we at now, man. This thing is getting out of control. All right, and hey, they're targeting these devils. So we're gonna get some scriptures, man. We're gonna leave it there. Keep your eyes on what's going on because hey, we know eventually the whole world is gonna be targeting this man. Psalm 7 verse 11. Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. And that's the 2/3, okay? These Issacharites, these drug dealers, these harlots, these Issacharites that are down there carrying on, even these devils, okay? Dr. E. All right? Psalm 7 verse 12, if he turn not, he will whet his sword, he has bent his bow and made it ready. And hey, we know that eventually, as things keep intensifying, hey, we know eventually the Most High, he's going to do more than just allow these people to be put down. He's going to eventually nuke Dr. E. Okay? He's going to launch ICBMs at him. He have also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors. You see? So eventually they're going to get persecuted. And remember, this man's name goes in the righteous anger. You see? This man is literally he's literally a nemesis right now to the Mexican government. And there's reports that the Navy SEALs may go down there. Let me show you. Well, they say ex-Navy SEAL, but I should have got the report. They were saying that allegedly Navy SEALs are going to go down there. But it say ex-Navy SEALs put the deranged Mexican drug cartel on notice amid violent weekend, more like ISIS. So, hey, remember, I think they passed a law saying that now they can label cartel as terrorists. So they can use full military force on them. You see that? And these cartel, they got tanks and armored vehicles and rocket launchers and drones. So, hey, it's going to get crazy down there. Okay? And it say Representative Dan Crenshaw touted authorizing a dozen pieces of legislation to support U.S. military intel efforts in Mexico. You see? They want to unleash the military on them. You see that? 2 Esdras 15 verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princesses, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And what are they doing? They're going after everybody down there. They don't give a damn about the politicians or what the military is saying. You see that? 2 Ezra 15 verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. They're burning their roads, blocking off cities. They're doing all type of stuff. We know this is eventually going to come to Babylon. All right. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And we know that all that is coming to Mystery Babylon. But as you can see, hey, be safe out here, man, and be careful traveling no matter where you go at, because hey, people are starting to look at this man as a vagabond and target him. You see? So yeah, there you have it. This man named Nemesio actually goes into righteous anger, divine judgment, okay? I mean, different things. And we know eventually the Most High is going to have divine judgment against this man. So stay prayed up. I'll see you again real soon. Call Allah, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Shalom.
Mexico, second day at the resort. We just finished getting ready and we're about to grab breakfast, so these are the fits. Look at this water. It looks fake, right? I'm obsessed. Wait, what was that? Did you hear?